Kim Won-jin faces the task of defeating the favorite for many people here, Takato Naohisa.
If Takato doesn't pull this one off, it's going to have some extra sting in here if he gets beaten by the Korean.
Well, he's up against three things then. The sting that you'll get for having lost to a Korean. The feeling that the Japanese still can't find a lightweight to win a World Championship medal. Didn't stop, did he?
No, he didn't.
Rosari took his time to think about it, had a look, and then made a good call.
There you go. Well, I'd say the third perhaps would be the expectations. He's got a heavy burden here. And the Japanese men, the Japanese team in general, they want to get a good start to this this week-long competition. Coming out with golds at the lightweight for both men and women would be a fantastic one.
Well, they've got one half of the equation working well. That's Asami into the final. Here comes Takato. Couldn't quite get his man lifted up.
I like the way he's making some of these adjustments, though. It'd be a bit early to try to be working that newaza. It's interesting, the initial approach with the sprawling legs looks like kataguruma, except for he's not attacking the leg, he's got the arm locked up.
Well, I imagine that the concept is what would determine the classification of that waza, and the concept is to wheel his opponent over his shoulder,
which would be kataguruma.
Kataguruma. So the missing hand part doesn't nullify that as a kataguruma technique. I mean, they may want to label it. You know, Europeans like to label all sorts of things with names, and they may want to call it something else. May call it after someone who uses it frequently. But kind of like to stick with the concept, and I'm going to say
yes,
that's a neat kataguruma attempt. He's holding on to that side for a little bit too long, though. And he's going to get called for it. And we didn't need Dave Brown, our colleague, to tell us that. We spotted that one ourselves. Oh, here he goes again. That was really well done.
Finish it up.
That'll do.
So
Takato really got hold. He got hold of Kim Won-jin there.
And you could see his eyes. It's like,
yeah, you're going.
Oh, wow.
That was more force than anything else, wasn't it? That was brutish. For if you can describe a Japanese fighter's execution of a technique as brutish, that was. It wasn't the finesse that we've seen Takato dispose of people normally.
It was a bit of a mauling there.
He mauled him.
He didn't take out the hatchet, he took out the sledgehammer here.
Takato Naohisa is one win away. This is not, we're not watching a Grand Slam or a Grand Prix here. This is the World Championships. And he's one win away from breaking a 19-year drought that the Japanese have suffered at this weight as far as World Championships.
I think, I mean, you look at the gripping, it's not a classic Japanese gripping at all.
No.
The entry is like a ukigoshi entry there, where he's got the fulcrum of his hip that he's rotating the opponent over, but the way he's got the torso wrapped up with the both arms looks more of a Russian, Georgian, maybe a Kazakhstan kind of thing.